Join me every Tuesday for fun and games and play for cash. That's right. Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game is back and you can come aboard and play. It's simple. Just email us your name and contact information and you are in there, baby. Yeah.
Hey, it is Smooth Tim and Larry E on another broadcast of Tim's Tidbits. And what's happening, Larry?
Not much, man. I'm gonna tell you now, allergies.
Allergy season. Man.
Yes, I'm gonna try the mute button when we put your thing in, where we let them talk, and before we talk, I'm pressing mute so you don't hear me sniffing, because I don't want them thinking I'm on crack or just hitting lines.
Hey, no, you're not hitting lines. No, I'll tell you what, my allergies, when we was down in Texas, 7 years or whatever, yeah, my allergies were just horrible. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff down. I mean, because it really never gets winter.
No, it's just stuff floating around. I don't know what to say. It's horrible, man. This is one of the worst. I went out. Now I went out for an hour. I was going out to, celebrate, and had to come right back home an hour. That's how long it took me to kill. Meal was over.
Before I had to grab a box of Kleenex.
Oh yeah, my eyes are red now. My face is all dry from taking the allergy medicine. So I'm glad I'm not on real good TV. So
it ain't cocaine, people. Just so you know.
No, I'm not doing line. I'm not on my Michael Irvin, y'all.
Hey man, let's see what are we going to talk about tonight. Oh, hey, classified document accountability #1.
Uh-oh.
Hey, man, we know that they found all kinds of classified documents down in Mar-a-Lago, right? And they found some stuff in Biden's office, and I guess some stuff at one of his residents or something like that. Yeah. So hey, let's check out this video. Let's come back and have a little bit of discussion about classified documents.
House Republicans want answers.
We need to know who had access to those documents,
including of who visited President Biden's home, where 5 more pages marked classified were discovered last week. The White House counsel's office said in a statement that there are no logs, writing in part, like every president across decades of modern history, his personal residence is personal.
Are these all the
Trump denied repeated requests to turn them all over. Presidents and vice presidents can take classified documents.
Well, that video played like crap, but basically,
that's kind of chopped up. Okay,
yeah, basically, in a nutshell, we pretty much put it together that there was documents and repeated requests from Mar-a-Lago Mar-a-Lago rather, and now they found stuff in Biden. It's a couple different offices and all the same scenario. But my question is, I mean, not holding either one of those more accountable, one and or the other, but who's really keeping track of these documents once they hand them out? If I hand you a document that's classified, you should have to sign for it, and I should have some type of a record of you signing for it, and there should be a period that you should be returning that document. Why would you need to keep some of that stuff permanently or whatever the case is? I mean, who's keeping track of this?
Or just don't take work home. Leave work at work. Leave the classified documents in the classified area. So once you read them in the classified area, they get put back in the classified area spot. Don't take your work home. That could be one of those, because teachers take their work home. Doctors maybe take documents home. A lot of professionals, they do take their work home. Tax individuals that do taxes, a lot of people take their work home. So it's totally different. I'm not saying Trump. See, it was worse when Trump was being held accountable, because he's no longer the president. Okay, then Trump has ties with all these other shady type people. So that's why he was in question. His integrity was in question. But at the end of the day, maybe they took work home and never brought it back, or view classified material in classified areas. You can eliminate all that.
I'm just kind of wondering, just like apparently the Biden stuff is from when he was vice president, which is, how long ago, and why would they still be in an office? That's my question, is how would people not even think about where the hell is that document after 6 years?
And how do we know that's not being planted there? How do you know it's even in there?
Oh, we don't know that. Yeah, we do not know that. But still, there should be some type of a paper trail for that particular document, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, well, and what do they call it? Damage control. What are the damage control procedures? Okay, saying that maybe we have these documents, they took it home and forgot. What are they going to do to prevent it from leaking out? Like he's taking classified documents home and taking pictures of them and doing this and doing that. Where's damage control? Where's the risk management at? It should have someone that's on top of that. So, and as a president, you should have someone that say, hey, these are classified documents, I'm done with them, return them to where they belong, or just don't take them home.
Yeah, they was talking about that. That was the one thing that was mixed up in the video that we didn't get to listen to, is that they're real lenient about, the president, just because of who they are, can, put the hand on the classified document. They can't wave their hand over it like Trump said that time and just said, you are hereby declassified. But yeah, still.
Well, the thing about it is, how come all of a sudden when Trump is being held accountable, now Biden is being held accountable? They show up at his house. Is that a smoke screen to take the pressure off of Trump? So then when he does run for president, he can say, well, Biden had classified documents, or what's up with that? Now all of a sudden he has them too. What's next?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not, that's why I'm not siding with either one of those individuals. And I'm not saying because of this or because of that. I'm saying because whoever issued that particular document to him in the first place is the one that should be held accountable, because they should know there should be a period that individual has to sign out that document. Yeah. I would think, not on a permanent basis. That's what I don't get.
Yeah, it's like, how is that statute of limitations of viewing the documents, and it should be sent back to its original location? And then what is the severity of the document? Is it something that's
how classified is it?
Because what's the classification of it? Who cooks food for the president, or how many nuclear weapons we have? What's the classification of it?
I don't know.
So man. I think it's a bunch of BS just to keep us away from the real issues that we need to tackle. And as long as Biden is worried about classified documents and all this other crap that he shouldn't be worried about, he's not going to be doing his job as president. And that's what I think. He should focus on being president and then and bringing up, country back to where we are a number one country in the world, instead of worrying about some bull crap like that. It's bullshit, honestly.
I agree 100%. 100%, man. Hey, let's move on. Republican on a rampage. You heard about this guy in New Mexico, right? He's a Republican in New Mexico who lost his campaign for re-election. And so he decided rather to hire some hitmen.
Oh yeah.
Violence since the January 6th attack of shootings.
Yeah, I can see that's going to do the same thing. It's going to be the video. It might be, I don't know how your connection is or my connection. Somebody, yeah.
Yeah, it was doing that last week, but we can you graded just explain everything to the people. So
But yeah, it's that Senator he had lost. He was, and he's being charged now. Did you see that on TV where they had arrested him today? And yeah, because he had hired like 4 guys to hit the houses of the Democrats that he lost to in the election bid. But he lost by 45%. He lost hugely. It wasn't even a close. And consequently, apparently, he had paid them money and another way, and they were driving his car, and I think they had his weapons, and they got pulled over for an expired plate.
Oh,
or some crazy shit. That's how they
somebody
actually
snitched on him.
found him. Yeah, I don't know. Interestingly enough, and yeah, that'll all come out probably in the next couple of days. But they were also texting back and forth.
Oh, you should never text. That's a paper trail. You should never text.
Yeah, I mean that, and about where to meet and how much he's gonna pay him, and basically, I mean, he just laid it out for law enforcement. I mean, all they had to do was subpoena his text messages, and it's like, here's the whole damn case, you knucklehead.
Hey, I watched the Netflix special El Chapo, and there was another one called Narcs. In Mexico, they got a different way of life. Now, usually the saying is, if you can't beat them, join them, like LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
You join them. But in Mexico, if you can't beat them, you kill them. That's typical in Mexico. He probably paid those guys off, and he should have won. Now he's mad that he spent all that money to lose, because politics is power. No matter what country you go to, once you get into politics, you have your hands in everything, and you know exactly what's coming and going. So. But if you lost 45%, didn't matter. Excuse me, Tim. Allergies. Oh man. But that's Mexico, man. If you can't beat them, you kill them.
New Mexico.
Hey, if it was anywhere else, I'd be shocked.
Not Mexico, New Mexico.
Yeah, if you can't beat them, you kill them.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't believe that. And we'll see how quickly the law enforcement puts out all the information. But I was really shocked that this guy was that crazy. And apparently, and I didn't quite catch it. They said he had a felony, past felony, so he shouldn't have been in possession of a firearm to begin with.
Well, that the one guy that cheated, he still got seated in council. He got a couple of seats.
Yeah. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I got that, and I was surprised we don't talk about it. He actually got a couple of gigs going on, even though they caught him. And some people are mad, but they already put him in his place. He's already in his seats, and he's already doing political work.
Well, what do you know? Well, we said that was going to happen anyhow, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that was predicted. But yeah. I don't know what to say about that guy either. Anyhow, hey, we could try one more video and see what happens.
Yeah, no, my allergy is kicking in. Oh man. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me.
Let's see here.
I look strong, though, but I'm hurting, Tim.
Are you? You doing all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm hurting, boy. Yeah, I'm hurting. Yeah.
All the front.
We're going to another video.
What was once a cheap breakfast
Here we go.
in almost every kitchen has somehow become a luxury item.
It's like $8 a dozen for a jumbo egg, which is ridiculous.
Even as inflation is cooling, the cost of eggs keeps rising. Last January, the average price for a dozen eggs was under $2, but by December, it had more than doubled to over $4. Even grocery stores are feeling the pain.
We're actually losing money on every dozen eggs we sell right now. But if we go any higher, then, we price ourselves out of the competition completely.
The main reason for the skyrocketing price is the deadliest outbreak of avian flu in U.S. history. Tens of millions of birds have been slaughtered. Egg industry research scientist Mauro Ibarburu says high demand the holidays also raised prices.
What needs to happen to get egg prices back to what they were?
What needs to happen is to recover from the avian influenza and to prevent new cases.
Experts say it could take a few months for new chickens to be raised to replace those lost. Even bakeries are struggling to find enough eggs.
We don't drop an egg because that's a lot of cost. Every egg counts.
And it's not just eggs. Meat, poultry, and fish prices rose 4.5% in a year due to inflation and higher production costs. And butter is costing Americans about 31% more. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Ain't that a kick?
God. Man.
I mean, I looked the other day, and seriously, you know, I like eggs for breakfast. The grandkids, and I mean, who doesn't like eggs, right? But I mean,
Right.
my God. And I mean, I don't know, if in that part of your diet to help keep, you know, the proteins and everything in you.
Well, proteins are good. Eggs give. I don't eat the yolks. If I do eat eggs, I just eat the egg whites.
It's the
but,
whites.
Yeah, but eggs are a great source of protein, and it's just something that you normally eat for breakfast. I'm not really a big egg guy, and I'm not a big breakfast guy, but you still have to use eggs in a lot of foods, especially bakery. So, and I'm not really a sweets guy, but my wife was telling me about egg prices. I'm like, God, oh, seriously? Imagine having a big family. You got to buy eggs, and say that you're a bodybuilder or something that you need eggs, or Chinese restaurants that use eggs. They're
In all their
food.
stuff,
Man.
almost, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's got to, how you going to make any type of profit? Yeah, when, you're dumping money into that. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I know, yeah, it's one of our staples, and yeah, we can look at it, and it's like, it's 3 times the price of what we paid a year ago, you know?
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of funny because like all these businesses always pass the cost on to the consumers. Now it's funny saying how like the people that we buy from are actually almost pricing themselves out the market where they can't even make money because they pass the cost on to us because you know you got sellers and buyers.
Oh, yeah.
And now so the producers are making their money, but they still got to buy something for somebody else to produce it. But eggs, chickens are chickens, I guess.
Yeah, I'd like to know what they're paying the farmer in actual. You know what I mean? Because there's always that middleman that's grabbing a whole lot of cash, you know, depending upon the market. You've got to distribute depending upon demand. And, I'd like to do how to do a Google search on that a little later. Somebody
I'll
that's
tell you what you
listening
can do,
could.
the lower price of eggs.
Yeah, what are they
You see some
actually
difference.
paying the farmer? What today's egg price? Yeah, the farmer.
Yeah. Or what you can do is get your own chickens. If you know, get your chicken coop and then lay on eggs. You can eliminate that altogether.
We talked about that. We talked about that on the show, and people didn't believe that they rent chickens in Texas.
Yeah, the price of a chicken will be almost cheaper than buying a 12-pack of eggs, like a dozen of eggs. Just buy you 2 chickens and spend that money and spend less than $50 or whatever. Then you got all the eggs you need.
Because I think you get the coop and all the works too, right?
Yeah, you can get you. It's a setup. It's like you'd be like a drug dealer over here if you got you some chickens. And you start slanging the eggs on the side. You'd be on the corner like, hey, I got the eggs right here, bro. I need your zip. You need a plug. Holla, man, I got your eggs.
Got some eggs, man.
Got them eggs.
I got them eggs, man.
People be having egg raids. They be like selling eggs on the black market.
Yeah,
because you cutting out the regular producers and you start selling eggs and then
yeah, black market eggs.
You in jail, like, man, what you in for, man? I was selling them eggs, baby. You know, I was balling, you know what I'm saying?
I was highballing it, man.
Yeah, I'm making $50,000 a month selling eggs.
I was rolling big too.
Selling eggs, made $50,000 1 month selling eggs, baby. The grocery stores are mad at me. Grocery store did a drive-by. Kroger did a
Kroger's did a drive-by.
Kroger shot my house up, baby. Kroger shot my house up over some eggs because I was slanging them eggs, bro.
Hey, it is what it is. Anyhow, hey man, I don't know if you've seen this. Hopefully this shit plays. This is crazy, man. How about text buttons for your dog?
Uh-oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Okay, so it's going to be a pain in the butt all day long. Text buttons for your dogs. Here's what they got. These buttons, they're about the size of a hockey puck, right?
Right.
And they got a little round top on them, and they have different colors to them. And what you do is you train your dog. You can buy as many as you want, but you train your dog to walk up and step on this button if he wants to be fed. Step on this button if he'd like to go outside, or step on this other button if he'd like to go, if he wants to play. Step on another button, maybe he wants you to, pet him. And it goes from the text to your phone.
Yeah, I need to get that to men, for wives and husbands, because it press the button. Oh, you want to listen?
Feed me. No.
How much? Text how much? Oh, okay, that's how much you need.
I mean,
come on, bro.
Can you imagine? Why would you want something like that?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is America, and this is 2023. Technology is the shit. So it's stuff out there I'm like, people love their pets. Now, do you really want to communicate with your dog? You already got to listen to your wife. If you got a job, you got to listen to your boss. If you're a manager, you got to listen to your employees. If you got a kid, you got to listen to your kid.
You want to have to listen to your dog, too.
Now I got to listen to your dog now.
Feed
I got to
me.
listen to all these people, including the dog.
Feed me. You just keep getting these constant text messages. Feed me.
Right? And it's like, maybe it's like
pet my ass.
No.
Wait.
Come on, man.
The vengeful wife has a fuck you button program.
Oh,
feed
right.
me. No, you wait until after this play. Fuck you.
Right? The listen button. Hold on. You on the phone talking to your homeboy? Yeah, man, we finna go out. Hold on. My wife just hit the listen button. I'll call you back as soon as you want to talk.
The dog hit the listen button.
Hit the listen button.
Dog is setting me up.
But that's how people are. People love their pets, and somebody's going to buy it. And I won't. My Chihuahua, I don't want to communicate with her because all she does is look at me and she begs. Because I can imagine if she could communicate, she'd be on the button every 5 minutes.
If you had that dog somehow trained.
Give me some. That's all she say. Give me some. She does the three things: eat, sleep, shit.
Eat. That's what the dogs do. And shed.
I don't need no.
And shed. If you got
Yeah, I don't need no text from no damn dog saying feed me. I need to go shed. I need to go piss. No.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's quite comical, and I mean, I guess if people really want it, they can Google it. Text communication buttons for my dog. Maybe they could.
Yeah, because I ain't taking crap from no kids or no dogs. Okay, I ain't happening. I let my wife get away with it. I ain't taking no crap from no kids,
my pet,
no dogs, anybody else.
You can train a cat too. I mean, why does it have to just be the dog? The cat could do the same.
I'll take it from my wife, but ain't nobody else gonna be making me do stuff I don't really want to do, but I have to do. Talking about feed me.
You gotta have some attitude buttons, though. For for your cat. Catitude buttons.
Can you train a cat to do anything? Because cats suck.
I don't know. I would imagine if you spent a little time, they were rewarded somehow for, doing something special, like listening. I don't know.
Yeah, I just ain't never seen a guard cat. I ain't never seen a cat you can bet on the cat at a dog race, like dogs. I ain't never seen a seeing eye cat.
I've seen the companions. People used to try to, bring on all the flights I had. I'd have to have my companion cat with me.
A personality. Well, what do you call it?
Companion cat. Companion. Yeah, companion animal. companion skunk, companion cat, anything they could bring on board. Remember, they were bringing all kinds of crap on board at the beginning of the pandemic because they needed a companion. You don't remember all that bullshit? It was crazy. They had to stop. They had to put a halt to it. You know, I think somebody tried to bring in a companion giraffe or something. I don't know.
They got to stuff it on the plane. A companion bull. Don't get that bull on the. Can't nobody wear red.
That's some stupid shit. But yeah, anyhow, text buttons for your dog. If you're interested, hey, check it out. I want to see if this video plays. This is interesting too. They've had a huge increase in UAF sightings in the past, in 2022. You know, unidentified aerial phenomena. They used to call them UFOs.
UFOs,
yeah. But now they, you know, how they changed the term because so they could start counting again or something. I don't know. it's man, I didn't want to play that. Hang tight a second, Larry. Let's see if I get the.
As the day begins, Sadie rises and goes to her Fluent Pet Connect.
Outside.
Letting Mom know.
There, I'll get this. Here we go. Check it out.
This morning, U.S. agencies confirm hundreds of UAP sightings have been reported. UAP stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, otherwise known as UFOs. The annual report on unidentified aerial phenomena now reveals 366 new close encounters since an agency was formed in 2021 to track them. That's more than double the number reported in the 17 years combined.
Oh my God. Dude. Wow, look at the fly.
Officials say they can explain less than half those encounters, usually a mix of drones,
anyhow, so you forget that you ever saw anything. I don't know. Anyhow, 355 sightings last year that they can't explain what it was.
I don't know, man. You believe in UFOs? I thought it was an unauthorized, was it UAF?
I put UAF. It should be UAPs. I think I did do a typo, but anyhow, Anyhow. You don't believe in that? You don't think that there could be aliens?
No, I don't believe in like that. I believe there has to be some kind of alternate other universe out there other than ours, an alternate universe, because how can we be the only ones in a whole galaxy? But I don't believe that we're going to have all those sightings and we don't have any kind of real touchdown. Okay, we went to the moon. How come no one's came here? If we can go to the moon, someone can come here. And how come if they have come here, how come we haven't seen them? I think in every galaxy there probably is the same thing. Now I'm just saying this speculation. I think we got a giant galaxy, and there's a similar Earth, there's a similar moon, there's similar whatevers. It's just that I don't think anyone's going to have the ability to reach each other because of maybe the distance or whatever.
All right, you have multiple universes and multiple galaxies.
Yeah, I think it's all set up where we're separate purposely. I believe in that.
Oh, I just don't discount that. Why not?
Yeah, I believe that we're just too far away from
don't be so naive that you don't think you're the only life form in this entire universe.
Yeah.
But you know,
the far as we got us to the moon, so I don't think we have the ability to go far enough out there to find the other one of us. And I don't think no one else has the technology to do it neither. But I think it exists.
Well, as for an example, they found ice on the south pole of the moon. So we know with ice that, there's got to be some type of sustainable life of some sort. So who knows what they may or may not find up there. Okay. They looked at Mars. They said Mars is, as similar to Earth as, it can probably get. But, who knows?
Have they been to Mars?
Just the rover, the one that went around and was digging up dirt and shit.
Yeah, but we got to go there. So I'm like saying we don't went out far enough, but we haven't found anything that's close to our stuff, the way the Earth is, close to our trees, our grass, our water, continuous. We haven't seen humans or whatever they're going to be called. I think they're too far out.
Sustainable life. I mean, who knows what the life might be? Could be dinosaurs on another planet. Could be, walking giants. I don't freaking know.
It's another planet out there with atmosphere just like ours that we can live
Very
on
well could be.
Sustain. Yeah, but it's just too far out
for us to know about it at this point.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're saying the same thing about us. I'm pretty sure they got the same technology we have, even more advanced or less advanced, but it's something out there, man.
So it could be a parallel universe, and they're scratching their head, and the same show is broadcasting in this parallel universe, and they're having the same exact conversation.
Yeah, it's another me out there. I hope I'm a little bit more.
Can you believe it?
I want the other me have hairline, have hair.
There's some philosophical shit for y'all to figure out.
And the other me should not have allergies. I don't want my other me to have allergy issues.
Anyhow, hey, let's move on. And cardio-metabolic health. I sent you the article on this, and it says basically, what was it? 6% of Americans have decent cardio-metabolic health. Can you speak on that a little bit, Larry, and explain, what is that all about?
Well, the cardio health, you're thinking about your cardio system when it comes to the heart and pretty much your heart rate and how your heart works with your body. And when people say let's do cardio, you want to exercise to bring your heart rate up and bring your heart rate down, and you want to make sure you can sustain sustain bursts of speed, or you can sustain maybe a sprinting speed or whatever, and your heart can keep up with it. But usually our cardio is so bad because we don't exercise, it's not strong enough to work with our bodies as we move around and do simple tasks. And I pulled up some other information about it because I'm retaking another class. 1 out of 3 American adults are obese and 2/3 are overweight. 2/3 are without all these millions of Americans. Simple thing is exercise. Exercise in itself is the most, probably the best thing you can do in your life. Because when you exercise, when you do cardio, it basically raises your heart rate, and then the how your heart rate can go sustain a certain speed or whatever, and it helps you. Your heart rate goes up, it burns calories, it helps your metabolism, and it actually gets you in better shape by challenging your heart. A lot of people make the same mistake when they start exercising. When they do their cardio, they always they get on the treadmill and put on like 4.5, and they walk for 30 minutes a day, the same speed, every day, no intensity. Okay, the body likes to be challenged. Okay, weightlifting is great, it's fine, but cardio, you have to just strengthen your heart. The heart is a muscle, and heart disease is the number 2 killer in America. Cancer is first. I think it's either heart. I think heart disease and cancer are 1 and 2, and heart disease is horrible. And a lot of people understand that heart disease, which we talk about the cardio-metabolic health, that's part of it. You really got to make sure you work your heart and strengthen your heart muscle, not just your quadriceps, your biceps, and your pecs. You got to strengthen that heart. And a lot of people metabolic rate is so bad that they just don't. Their heart just can't keep them going as they should. And the older you get, the more dangerous it is, because you got to get on some kind of exercise program to strengthen your heart. And that's the biggest problem in America. And a lot of people don't want to exercise.
Is this what makes you susceptible to a heart attack or stroke?
Yeah, pretty much. When you say cardio, the main thing when you think about cardio, you think about the heart, how the heart operates. The brain is like the neural part of your body. And the heart is pretty much one of the second most important part of your body because it circulates blood throughout your body. It pumps it out, brings it in, it gets rid of the CO2s, and it brings in the oxygen. Well, that's the lungs. So basically, your heart gets rid of all those impurities, and it goes out. But everything goes through the heart. When it comes to your vein and your veins and your arteries, everything goes to the heart. It's filtered through the heart, and your heart does a lot of work. Your heart is working constantly. When you sleep, your heart is working. When you're walking, your heart is working. When you're sitting, your heart is working. Your heart is the hardest working thing on your body, and people here and around the world don't realize that that's the main thing you got to work. The heart is the most underrated muscle on the body. No one ever thinks about that. They think about muscles. No one ever thinks that my heart is a muscle. The only way you're going to work your heart is to do cardio. No one wants to do cardio.
Is that what they're looking at, like in these stress tests?
Yeah, when they do a short test, they do a skills test, they do a 1 minute step test. Well, they do a step test. I don't want to say 1 minute, but they do a step test when you're doing a treadmill. They hook you up on the on the start stepper. They'll do a test where you can do a hydraulic stress test in the water. You can do the treadmill test, and they're testing the capacity of your heart to see exactly how much you can take before it starts to start overworking itself. Because you don't want to overwork your heart, but you don't want to underwork your heart. And that's what those tests are for. And cardio is something that no one likes doing, and running, swimming, riding bikes. No one really likes to do that. A lot of people want to get on these diets and take pills and just go get the stomach thing and put the band around their stomach to lose weight. You might lose the weight, but you're going to lose the battle because you have to work that heart and get the heart right.
Okay, now let me ask you this. I'm going to get into some exercise with you as a personal trainer. Now, do you want to put me through like a stress test like that so that you could get a baseline of, what you got to work with and then what I want, to achieve?
Yeah, well, first thing I do, any personal trainer should do is before you do any kind of test with anybody, you give them a questionnaire. You want to see what their history is. Were they athletic? Have they ever had any kind of issues with their heart? You want to check that first. You want to see what they do for a living. You give them subjective tests and objective tests. Test about their lifestyle and test about them physically. The physical test always comes second. But if someone says they had 2 knee injuries and I had a heart attack and I had a stroke, last thing you want to do is put them on a treadmill and put it on 5.0 and see how fast you can go.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then it'll be tough. I might put them on a bike, and then you can do a talk test. You can do a talk test like, okay, get on the bike and ride, and I'm gonna talk to you. When you start struggling talking back to me, I know that could be where your limit is, and you work from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So when they start getting confused,
well, just talking itself. Like, say if I'm talking to you and I'm running on the treadmill, we having a conversation. I'm running, and it's just on like 5.0 on running. I say I'm pretty good in shape. I exercise a lot. And then put on 6.5. I'm talking. I've been running for 5 minutes now. Hey, Larry, what's your name? Yeah, my name is, okay. Say I'm saying, but I'm okay. Then you bump it up a notch. Then you say, Larry, I can't. Then you're at the limit. But some personal trainers are so scientific that they can just break it down to the ones that don't really train people. They can explain it to you personally, test by test. But trainers, we really don't do that. We just give the questionnaire on how, what's the last time you worked out? What did you do when you worked out? What you do for a living? And stuff like that, so we know what kind of program to work. But I tell you this, people hate cardio, and that's the #1 killer.
But
you can't do anything
would
about
you say that
right
it should be the #1 objective?
Yeah, cardio. But listen, to this day, Tim, when I go to the gym, whether I train somebody or not, the first thing I do is put them on cardio. Only unless they got an injury. If they say the ankle is hurting, the foot is hurting, I'll try different machines, the stair stepper, the bike, the treadmill. If they real athletic, I put them on some jump roping or some box jumps, or I do them some agility drills, depending on what their level is. But cardio is the most important thing you can do. Doing cardio will help your blood pressure. It will help you with the diabetes, because name it, anything that's not, how can I say, anything other than cancer that's not a terminal illness. Terminal illness is, you can't do anything about that. Okay. But if it's not a terminal illness, cardio alone, I'm not even weightlifting, cardio alone will add at least 5 to 10 more years on your life. And that's a strong heart. The heart's ability to maintain a good, healthy lifestyle for you, to pump your blood and get it circulating through your body so that every limb can get it. A lot of people underestimate the strength of a heart. Yep. And a lot of people in America are out of shape, overweight. I'm like, it is what it is.
That's what I thought was quite interesting when I saw that pop up, that only 6% of the Americans are actually in decent cardio-metabolic health.
And think about how many people in America? Billions and millions?
Billions.
Billions. 6%? That means that the typical person cannot pass a stress test, even a bare minimum stress test, like a step test, or just a treadmill test. They can't even pass that, seeing that your age this is your age, this is something you're supposed to hit, and you should be right here at this age with this number.
Well, let's keep it real. America is hugely obese.
Well, we're spoiled, and we don't have to work as hard as other countries. We ain't got to go out there and chase our food like they do in other countries.
In some countries, right? Run your food down so you can.
You got to run your food down. You got to get your food. You got to catch your food down there. So and that's another thing. Everything is handed to us. We spoiled. Everything is online now. Everything is like
you can get it delivered and shit, even by a drone. You don't even have to really go anywhere.
Drive through. That's why we're fat pigs.
That's funny.
That's why I said we. Just I don't say you. I don't want to say that's why y'all are fat pigs. I know he called me no fat pig.
He didn't call me.
They're not fat pigs. But you just talking about the health though. So just because you're not fat, that don't mean you're in shape. You're healthy. So don't forget that, folks. You can be skinny as crap, but you can still have a terrible heart because it's not ready to face what you got to throw at it.
Amen. I try to keep in shape, but still I'm lazy. I think we all.
Well, it's Tim. The older you get, it happens, and there's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do about that. You can only do so much. You can only give back what your body gives you. Amen. Like I've been tired for the last 2 days. I haven't worked out. I'm gonna work out today, but because I was tired.
Hey man, let's move on to the ending there of the show and see if we can get to. Hopefully this plays. Lord, see who our asshole of the week is. And this was a little happy birthday song to Andrea King. But check it out. Remember this name, Andrea King.
I understand, Martin III, we celebrate the legacy of your beloved father and mother. They work for the beloved community, but congratulations today, honorees, including your wife, who I understand is birthday today? Well, look, my wife has a rule in her family. When somebody's birthday, you sing happy birthday. You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Valen. Happy birthday to you.
Whoever was.
What the hell? He said, dear who?
I didn't catch it. That's what I was trying to. Yeah, I wish this video would have played right. Yeah, if we get to stream. But yeah, all the videos.
That's horrible.
Happy birthday, dear blah blah.
And you're trying to sing the national anthem.
And it was
sound like
Andrea King. So how blah blah. Even sounds close.
He sound like a brother trying to sing the national anthem, because a true real brother don't know it. You got to practice that. We'll be like, and the stars
did something.
Amen.
That's why you mouth the words.
Yeah, amen. Ain't no amen, no Star Spangled Banner, bro.
Amen.
It's today, nigga.
Sometimes I wonder. Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
He tried, man.
You know, on Martin Luther King Day, he's in the church that Martin Luther King used to preach in, right? He's talking to one of the descendants of King, to his, about his wife, and singing happy birthday, and her name is Andrea, and he calls her blah, blah, blah.
I'm just saying, man, he tried.
But didn't he call, who was that he was taught, it was time back, he was at some place and called out some dead person. Yeah, somebody over there, and he's like, no, she's dead. So yeah,
you know what?
That's why I said, I don't put my faith in,
Donald Trump set the bar real low.
Didn't he? Yeah, since Joe got over that. Yeah, I mean, since Joe was able to hurdle that bar, yeah.
Set the bar very
and I mean, he
low.
is not 100% with it all the time.
Yeah, but that's what we got. So it's better than Trump making them fools. The people like the damn fools. So I'll work with him for right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's better. Yeah, which is the lesser of two evils? Isn't that horrible when you have to think about that way? Who's going to lead us? Which is the lesser of two evils?
Look, Trump didn't lead us. I ain't never, only, like I'm saying, this is true. I always say this. Only president I saw was Julian Landon. When he stepped in, when the civil rights and all that stuff was going on, when Nixon got impeached or whatever. Am I correct about that? John.
Oh, Johnson.
Say it again.
Johnson.
He was the only president that actually did things for everyone. I'm like, he did stuff not just for black people. He did stuff for everybody across the board. But he was just a vice president, and he was an intern though.
Yeah, basically.
But he did it for everyone.
Yeah, that'd be a horrible job. I wouldn't want to be vice president, You really don't do a whole lot.
How did he become, didn't somebody get assassinated, or was Nixon impeached?
Nixon got impeached.
Okay, that's what it was. So, but he did stuff for everyone. So that's my favorite president. And if he runs again, I ain't gonna be another one of him. So that's the only guy I'm voting for. Someone's gonna do something for everyone, not just blacks, not just whites or Hispanics or refugees or immigrants. Everyone needs to get a piece of the pie.
Yeah, come on. You had Ronald Reagan, some other good. There he goes again.
Well, you understand. I'm like, I look at
some of them are pretty. Some of them are characters. Some of them are characters. We've had a couple of them that are just.
President Barack Obama came in and just made everything just neutral. Okay. And Donald Trump made it it's more about us than them. You see what I'm saying? He made it, you know what I'm saying? It's about us. It's not about us in the general. It's us over here than all y'all. I'm like, no, it's not us and them. And then any other president, Ronald Reagan was kind of the same way. It's more about whose side he gonna help, but he never just kind of merged the sides. So only president I know is like Johnson. He merged everybody. So I gotta go with him. That's my guy. We need another one of him.
There's your vote, folks. You heard it first here on Tim's Tidbits. Anyway, let's go to cameras full. Let me get to Larry's camera. Hello, Larry E. Fitness tip of the week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback the cardio thing. Like I say, we have to make sure America and everybody else out there that's watching from other countries, we have to make sure that we train the most important muscle in our body, which is our heart. Our heart does a lot of work for our body. It filters, it transfers fluid, it transfers oxygen. It works harder than anything. If you sleep at night, everything else is rested. Brain is resting unless you dreaming or whatever. Your legs, your arms, everything is turned off. If your lungs work a little bit, but your heart is still kicking, still pushing. You have to train that heart. The best way to train your heart, if you're not in shape, do very low intensive workout. Well, don't do anything and start by walking. And eventually you add more intense to the exercise you do this cardio-wise. If you walk 30 minutes, next time walk 40 minutes. And then once you walk 40 minutes, maybe walk somewhere where you got more uphill, add intensity. Use hand weights, maybe ankle weights. Do something where it's going to push your heart, where it's not going to stay at the same beat every time. You want to get your heart rate up, keep it at a certain level, and then you want to bring it back down slowly. Because everybody, depending on your age, you have a certain heart rate that your heart should hit when you exercise. You don't want to go too far over or too far under it. You want to hit that 100% if you can max. I think it's max. I got to get back in my books. Hit that 100% max if you can, and then you got 70, 80, you got 60, 50. But you want to work that hard, work the heart, and get to the max, and then cool it back down. That's my tip of the week. Stop being afraid of cardio. Go out there and train that hard, work that hard, get it ready, because it will kill you faster than calling a crackhead. LRE Fitness.
Hey, I agree 100%, man. You know what?
I love cardio, man.
And heart health is even keeping your heart in the game, keeping your heart where you're going, keeping your heart into the objectives and where you want to go. And just like in anything else, yeah, your heart's going to get hurt. But if you got good heart health and you're really strong and you're going to reach that golden objective, you'll do it. So my tip of the week goes along with Larry's and along with the whole topic of the show, heart health, and that's in everything that you do mentally and physically, folks.
Hey, Tim, one thing. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook, LRE Fitness Solutions. We keep you moving. Estelle Jr. Larry on Facebook and also on Instagram, IG, Estelle Jr. So I'm trying to rush it. Estelle LRE
you don't need to rush it.
Keep you moving. Same thing on Facebook.
Same thing here. You can follow me, Tim McGiffin, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Probably just simply go to www.thequeensilvershow.com to catch up with all three of the shows that I'm involved in. And anyhow, I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. I hope you enjoyed our conversations. Hope we enlightened you just a little bit more than you were before you joined the show. But in any event, hey, man, until next week, Larry now holler, we are so out of here, man. Peace.